3, go.
Hello everyone, we meet again today. I'm going to discuss difficulties in reading comprehension for GRE GMAT CAT and other similar exams. Most students have some reasons to fear reading comprehension. So they say that they believe or they feel that doing reading comprehension is difficult because of the following reasons. Alright? Difficult subject, difficult ideas, difficult words, difficult sentence constructions, difficult question format and difficult answers. Now one by one, let us discuss these objections or these blocks to reading comprehension. The first is, many students believe that the subject is difficult, so they will not be able to answer questions correctly on it. Now the thing to remember is, this is not a subject test. So even if it is a subject that you are not familiar with, you should not be fazed, since all the information you require will be in the passage. In fact, it is better if you have no knowledge of that subject, no prior knowledge of that subject, because all the questions have this condition, which of the following according to the passage. Now, if you have knowledge of that passage and that is not in the passage, you may give an answer which is relevant to the subject but not in the passage, because they may include one option which is from outside the passage, so that would be a wrong answer in terms of scope. So it is better not to know anything about the subject. In a way, it's a blessing in disguise. Now, for us, what happens is, if the subject is unfamiliar, we feel a lower comfort level in reading it, and that is why we believe that it is going to be difficult. But there is no such thing as a comfort level. If you practice reading every time on different subjects outside your field, you will find that there is no such thing as a difficult subject, mainly because it is not a subject test, and secondly because all the information is given in the passage. Secondly, difficult ideas. Now, what will be the difficulty level of the ideas of a test which is called graduate, which has the word graduate in it? Obviously, it will be only of that difficulty level that a graduate can understand. A graduate specifically who has prepared for this exam will understand. So these ideas will not be beyond your capacity of understanding. Difficult words, there are two ways of looking at it. No single word in a passage is going to prevent you from answering questions correctly for two reasons. First of all, if it is a keyword, it will have a lot of surround to it, which will explain the meaning to it of that word. So contextual understanding will be there, and if it is not a keyword, you need not look at it. You can just ignore it. And you do have some basic vocabulary, because if you specifically for GRE, if you are preparing for GRE, you will be learning a lot of hard words, beyond which you will not find hard words in the passage. Difficult sentence construction, yes, this is a possibility if you don't know a little bit of grammar. So if you know basic grammar, and especially you know these, you will be able to answer, you will not be able to analyze the sentences and simplify them so that you get to the meaning. Difficult question format, difficult answers, these three I am going to discuss in detail. Now, first of all, what is the meaning of difficult sentences? First of all, that it could be a very long sentence, so it takes a long time to read. The ideas will be linked in different ways. So these are some of the reasons that sentence construction could make it difficult for you to understand. Hidden negatives. There are many words that convey a negative meaning without actually being a negative, like not or never. So we have lack, lacking in. So if I say he is lacking in courage, it means he doesn't have courage, he is not courageous. Want, without, little, few. Be very careful about little and few. Little and few do not mean some. Little and few mean none or hardly any. In these prefixes turn a positive word into a negative word, like unworthy and irregular, illegal, etc. There is something also called double negatives. When we say never without, what it means is always with. Not a little means some. Again, there could be long preceding phrases or names which make the sentence very long. So we have to just ignore them or sum them up in our mind. So I have put a sentence on the board which contains all these three. So let us see what this sentence would mean and what we have to notice about it. Now this is a prefacing phrase, regardless of, which simply means though. His not considerable renown, so not inconsiderable would make it considerable. In and not will be cancelled. Of his considerable renown for lack of pusillanimity. Now there is one word here. You have to know the meaning of this. But if you don't know the meaning of this, you can just say not having something, lack of something. Now this is a long name. Now if we start reading linearly word by word, you will take a long time. Sir George Duville Rochester. You don't have to know everything about it. Somebody, A, behaved in a manner quite contrary to this noble reputation. This is a key for us. Okay, the word noble is going to tell us that he did something which was not noble. So simply it means though he was known for some good quality, he behaved something in a way that was not like it. So pusillanimity means cowardice. And the reasons for this cravenness, so now we know that this is some negative quality, were manifold. Now even if I don't know the meaning of manifold, I know reasons is going to be plural. Again, word is telling me that they are going to be more than one. So manifold means several, many. So this is how, if you read the sentence by analyzing like this, you will be able to understand the meaning very, very quickly. Now for this, which is the best teacher for this? That is Den and Martin Grammar and Composition, in which you should study sentence construction or structure, usage, and there you will get all these constructions and linkers. Wren and Martin. In this you have to study parts of speech, that means the different types of words based on the function they perform. Now we have different words for different types of relationships among ideas. We have words that show similarity or continuity. Most of these words are called conjunctions, okay, or they can be prepositions. So as well as, also, not only. The minute I see not only, clever, I know it is going to be followed by but also, so it is going to add a similar quality. Not only clever but also kind. So not only but also, in addition to, besides, alike, similar, not unlike. Then there could be contrast words, but, however, despite, in spite of, notwithstanding, cause and effect, because, as, due to, as a result of, consequently, etc. Condition, if, unless, until, when, with the proviso that, etc. So we have to notice these linkers or joiners. Now we come to, so we can sort out this problem very easily if we study a little bit of grammar just to see structure of sentences, how sentences are formed and what words connect the different ideas in it. Now we come to, if you have this down, I am going to now give you some questions. Okay, so sometimes the questions are technically difficult. They are not difficult in themselves, but the way they are framed makes them difficult. So let us see what are the technical difficulties in the format that make that question seem a little challenging. First of all, we have reversed questions. Okay, reversed questions are not direct questions. They are questions that ask us for what is not in the passage. So they could be framed like this. So we are coming to reversed questions. Or you can call them inverted questions. So there will be, for example, which of the following is not mentioned or suggested or stated in the passage. Mentioned. Second is which of the following is mentioned except this will always be in capital. The word that is the key to what is being asked will be in capital letters like this. And the most difficult of all is a double negative reverse question like this. Which of the following is not mentioned except? So two negatives. Now the problem with these questions is we are always in a mindset wherein we try to find answers that are in the passage. Now this is asking us for something that is not there. Alright, so we have to read this question very carefully, understand it first. Which of the following is not mentioned? Now if there are 5 options, 4 will be mentioned or suggested, 1 will not be there, that will be our answer. With this also the same. 4 will be there, 1 will not be there. Now this is a double reverse question. You know 2 negatives make 1 positive. So this will go cancel this out. So it means basically 1 is mentioned. Okay. So you have to first analyze the question and understand what is being asked. Many students answer the question incorrectly and then they say, oh, I didn't see this. I didn't see except, I didn't see not. So we have to be careful about that. So that is one way questions are made difficult. Then the second reason that questions could be difficult is any or all. Any or all questions are formatted like this. There are no options given. Sometimes options are given. There's a question and below it three statements are made. A, B, C or 1, 2, 3. So either one of them has to be the answer, all can be the answer, or just 2. So A and C, A and B. For this you just have to understand what can be eliminated on terms of scope and on terms of in terms of passage type. So whatever is left has to be the answer in this, and the third could be sentence selection. Which sentence, here no option may be given. Which of the sentences in the passage expresses the central idea of the passage? Which of the following sentences suggests the author's thinking or feeling about the subject? Which of the following sentences, sentence in the passage is the conclusion of the passage? So you have to find out these yourselves. So that is difficult question format. So these are technical difficulties, they are not real difficulties, and finally we come to difficult answers. For most students, difficult answers mean choosing between 2 very, very close options. So 3-2 split is ideal. If you can make a split of 4-1, it is the best, but obviously you cannot do that because that is why you think the answers are difficult. So what you have to do is try to achieve a split of 3-2. Okay, and out of the 2 that are left, whichever is the best answer in terms of score is what will be the right answer. Now many students first answer the question correctly, this kind of question correctly, but they think more, they again go back to the passage, and after that what they do is they change their answer and then it becomes incorrect. Now the very first thought that comes to your mind is actually the correct thought. So when you see 2 close options, you should never linger on those options or refer to the passage. You can refer to the passage just to verify, but you need not read the whole passage again in order to justify either of the answers. Now I'll give an analogical situation. And even the answer that you choose may not be the best answer. Suppose there is somebody who wants a security guard for his company, and his only requirement is that the guard should be 6 foot tall. Alright. So when he comes, when the candidates come in, they are measured against the wall, and then after that 3 are very short, so they are asked to leave. Just 2 remain. Now you have to choose between these 2. Obviously you will choose not the taller one. You will choose the one who is less short. Less short means not the same as taller. Less short means less incorrect, because both of them may not be 6 foot tall. Alright, so this is how you can tackle the question of difficult answers. So I would suggest that first of all, understand sentence structure, how sentences are constructed by studying Wren and Martin, basic parts of speech, linking words like conjunctions and prepositions. For example, preposition is a word which links together 2 ideas with reference to each other. For example, the book is on the table, the book is under the table. So book and table are being related by the preposition in, under and on. Okay, so you have to understand these, and then you'll find that neither of these difficulties exists in reading comprehension. So that is all for today, and next time I'll be meeting you again discussing how to write an argument essay. Okay, good night and good luck.